Here comes the money. No, it doesn't. We always want more money, so the best way of doing it is saving money where we can. Wanting to save up for a special adventure coming up, I decided to take on a 1-week challenge to see if I could survive on only doing groceries at the dollar store. My dollar store of choice is the pristine Dollarama here in Canada, which is probably the fanciest dollar store when it comes to dollar store standards. The rules were simple. It needed to be under $50, which is about $50 a week is my normal grocery budget. And I couldn't eat anything, not even use condiments, if it was not bought at that dollar store on that day. I'll tell you exactly how it went, what I bought, the challenges that I faced, and how I overcame them. Let's see if it was worth it. Welcome to my channel where I take on different challenges and adventures. I tell my personal thoughts and experiences, and hopefully that encourages you to take on challenges and adventures yourself. Now, if that sounds like something that flips your coin, heads by the way, maybe consider liking and subscribing, but let's get into this dollar store grocery challenge. First thing is, what did I buy? And why did I buy it in the first place? Part of the challenge was that I was not allowed to make a game plan or prepare before going into the store. I need to go in the store and make the meal plans there in person. My game plan was to start by planning for lunches and dinners, since they were the bigger meals and they probably need more food in order to be fulfilling, and then anything else that I was missing, such as nutrients or other things in order to be healthy, I would supplement that with snacks or anything else that I could find in the store. What I came up with was, for breakfast, I would have peanut butter toast as well as oatmeal. That means I bought a loaf of bread, a peanut butter jar, and a box of oatmeal. For lunches, I went for tuna sandwiches and tacos because I'm a huge fan of tacos. Taco Tuesday can be every single day. So I have the same loaf of bread, I bought cans of tuna, and then for tacos, I got those packs of soft shells. I got a can of beans, got a can of rice. They had it in cans, which was interesting. Cans of salsa and queso. For dinners, I went for cold macaroni tuna salad and the classic macaroni and pasta sauce. Means I got the macaroni for both, the same cans of tuna, relish, mayonnaise, tomato sauce, and a little bit of hot sauce to add to any of the other meals. And to supplement all that, I got a box of snacks, dried raspberries, dried mangoes, fruit cups, a large bag of these nuts, got him! And just in case, 2 protein milkshakes. The total was $40, which was under budget, but most of that went to condiments instead of the actual meals themselves. I didn't get anything else to drink besides those protein shakes, so I'm gonna have to rely on delicious water. That is what I bought, but why did I buy them though? In the dollar stores here, they don't have a frozen section. Just like a lot of the Dollar Trees or the really big dollar stores that you find in the United States, they actually have a frozen section. Here, we don't. That means no dairy products, no cheese, the holy savior of meals. And myself being a pescatarian, meaning a vegetarian that still eats fish, that means no ground meats as well, which is good because I didn't think the dollar store would have good quality meat. Now, I'm not a dietitian, but I am an athlete, and as a job, I am a coach. So I know some of the basics. There's this dietitian out there who's telling me that I made a horrible mistake. Please let me know. That means avoiding processed foods, avoiding a lot of sugar, and avoiding things with lots of sodium. Pretty much the health killers. Then I needed a good mix of protein, carbohydrates, and healthy fats, and supplement that with nutrients that you'd find in fruits and vegetables. Carbohydrates, which what you'd find in a lot of grain-like products, are really easy to find. There was abundance in pasta and in bread. A lot of bodybuilders and a lot of healthy people will tell you to avoid a lot of carbohydrates, especially when you get older, but I needed something filling. I needed to fill my belly. For proteins, I made sure I had at least one source of protein every single day. Either that be the beans, the tuna, the peanut butter, the oatmeal, or these nuts. I can't stop laughing. The small things. And then just in case, as a backup, I had the protein shakes. For the healthy fats, a lot of the heavy lifting went to the nuts. I can't stop saying it. I can't stop laughing. And the tuna. Now, the dried fruits and the fruit cups was mostly where I was trying to find the extra nutrients, which is the hardest thing. They have canned vegetables, but none of it fit the meals that I was trying to do. And also, dehydrated fruits lose a lot of the nutrients that you would from natural fruits. I probably still had healthier choices than most people's normal weekly meal plan. Now, there were some other problems that I faced that I had to overcome. Main thing is that I'm a meal person, not a snack person. What that means is I like to eat at certain times of the day, kind of like intermittent fasting. I like to eat big, large meals, and I don't like to eat later on throughout the day. I'm not a snack person. I don't like snacks. But in order for this to work, in order to be the healthiest, I needed to have a lot of snacks. I always felt very hungry after meals and I didn't want to have the snacks. And not having those side dishes just to add more to the meals I missed out on. Usually my go-to is just to make a very simple spinach salad to add a little bit more health, greens, proteins. And this, I didn't have that option. The other is finding nutrients in order to be healthy and train while still eating at the dollar store. In retrospect, I could have gotten a lot more of those healthy snacks. And there were a lot that are really good for you, but for me, I didn't get enough. Then the quality is obviously lower at the dollar store. There's kind of a reason why they're selling it there than at a pristine, fancy restaurant. I'm a huge fan of tacos. I could have Taco Tuesday every single Tuesday. Every day could be Tuesday, and I would love it. Finally, when me and my girlfriend had a full real taco day, like tacos that you make at home and you don't get it from the dollar store. It tasted so good. And I prayed to the Taco Tuesday gods and thanked them for this meal. I mostly thanked my girlfriend because she did most of the work, but oh. And lastly was the bland taste. Because you don't get so much variety, the things taste so simple. It always feels like I'm missing something. Again, these were condiments only from the dollar store, but I always feel like I was missing something. I wanted to add mayonnaise and hot sauce to almost every single thing just to get more taste out of it, just to activate my taste buds a little bit more. But to answer the question, was it worth it? If you are a main meal person like myself, it's definitely not worth it. You cannot make full meals without sacrificing something, either that be the quality or the taste, or you're just always gonna feel like you're missing something. Even just the simple extras, like adding onions and green peppers to the meal, I definitely missed out on that. You can add spices, which they do sell at the dollar store at a pretty good price, but that can only go so far. If you're looking for cheap, easy meals for kids and friends like KD in noodles, great, you'll find it right there. But for an actual full healthy meal, that's a down for the dollar store. There is one exception, not my experience, but at the Dollar Tree in the United States, there are some that are huge and they do have their own freezer section, which I've not been able to see here, but I'll keep looking. You can look on YouTube of people making full delicious meals from this Dollar Tree. Again, the quality is still that biggest factor, but it is possible, just not possible where I am living right now. For snacks or additional things to add to your meals, it's perfect, especially if you're a snacky person. This would be definitely a win for you. Again, not the meals themselves, but everything you can add to it, or just, like I said, the munchies. Especially for the healthier snacks, it is way cheaper there, and you want to get into healthier snacks without buying your 17th box of Oreos and you're starting to think, well, just because you have milk with it doesn't mean it's healthy. Baking goods are cheaper there. A lot of the condiments are a lot cheaper there. Like I said, the quick meals, pasta, noodles, KD, it's way cheaper there. Some things are not cheaper at the dollar store, but if they are the same, they're just smaller containers, such as the tuna and the beans. You might as well buy that at your no-name brand or at your Walmart. I found that pasta was only $1, but I don't know what makes cheap pasta bad for you compared to fancy schmancy pasta. Like if I went to a fancy restaurant versus a dollar store pasta, what is it about that makes it different? If you know the answer, please let me know, and I'm very interested. And now a penny for your thoughts, or a dollar for your thought. Anyways, I'm already happy how I meal plan. My budget is about $250 a month, and I'm usually always under that, so I get to splurge myself with even more tacos. Yes. But things like condiments and bread, I think I can just go to the dollar store, which is right beside a no-name grocery store anyways. So I don't really have a reason to go in it, but things like that, I can go pick it up. Main one is healthy snacks, because we like to go hiking, we like to go outside. So for a big day trip, it's really nice to just go into the dollar store, get a bunch of healthy snacks in order for our day's adventures. So that's the main thing I picked up from this. I would love to see what gems and what special things I could find at the Dollar Tree. I've seen a couple of YouTube videos where in the United States where the Dollar Tree is huge and they even have their own frozen section. And I've seen it when I visited the United States, you know, in the pre-times The ones here in Canada are just way smaller, and I'd like to see what I could find. But speaking about saving money, I have links in the description for Groupon and Airbnb experiences, which is I use to save money on adventures. But that's my experience. What do you think? Is there something special that you like to buy at the dollar store that I completely missed? And are you a dietitian who can tell me why this was a good or a bad idea? Please let me know, and you can hit me up on social media, which is gonna pop up very soon, and I will see you at the next adventure.